Hi everyone. If you have a question, raise your hand and we'll come to you. Who wants to kick off? Amy, Athletic.
Mikel, sorry, just to start with Sully, I wonder if there was any news.
Yeah, he twisted his ankle during the warm-up and he came in and he said he believed that he could carry on and play, but just straight away in the first two actions I could see that he wasn't, he couldn't not cope and we had to get him out unfortunately. But thanks God we have Mosquera, which we put in for the first time in the Premier League, to have his debut, not expecting at Anfield, and I think he was really, really good.
Thank you. Overall, did you feel that the game plan to maybe frustrate, take your time, continue to get at Liverpool was going well up to the point?
We didn't do a game plan to frustrate them, we did it to win it. I think we elevated the game and the dominance to a point that they have to raise it. They did, especially from the 60 to 78, when then you could see that there were no margins in the game, and then when that happens the game is going to be decided in two ways. One, with an individual error, and two, with a magic moment. And so was I created a moment that it was incredible, that has won in the game, and that was the difference, nothing else.
Tom, Football London.
Hi Mikel, in the first half you had a lot more joy, I thought, than Liverpool in terms of turnovers, chance creation, touches in the box. But it was also the half where you perhaps had less of your offensive and attacking players in the team. Do you feel as though that, in hindsight, that the midfield was maybe slightly too conservative for the chances that you created?
Well, that's what we had. I mean, Martin Odegaard was injured, Kai cannot play. Merino is a player that is incredible arriving from there. We play with three attacking players, two attacking fullbacks. After the game, I think it's too easy to say that.
Davide from Gazzetta dello Sport.
Hi Mikel,
hello.
Tell us about the position of Declan Rice, a little bit behind compared to the usual. Why you decided to play him in that position, and what did you see from him?
Yeah, because we believe it was the best thing, especially the way we had to attack and the way they press to him to get him in this position.
Okay, we good? I want it back.
Are you worried about Williams' injury?
Well, I am, because when you cannot play a game of that stature after you tried, that means that there is something wrong.
Okay, one here.
Why do you think the game changed in the second half?
Because this is Anfield, and at some point it's going to change. You cannot dominate Anfield for 95 minutes, and it changed from various ways, especially because we had made the right decision when our keeper got the ball in the hands, so we started to rush it. The turnovers, we didn't manage them so well, so we could never glide as a team, and they're going to create those moments without really creating any situations of danger.
Okay, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Thanks guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. But they got a free kick from that.
Yeah, cheers. Richard?
I know that the third game this season that could have been a draw, but someone found a way to win it later on for you?
Yeah. This if we play this game 10 times more in the same fashion, then I think it's 8 times a draw. We win it one time and Arsenal wins it one time, because it was an uneventful game, which is something sometimes positive as well, because both teams were really good in rest defense and in defending. But I think normally Arsenal and us are able to create more chances during a game. But it tells you also something about the structure and the amount of discipline both teams have without the ball. And then you need a moment of magic, which we got from Dominic. And that resulted us winning the game that was, like I just said, normally would have been ended in a draw. But I don't agree with you on the first game. I think we totally deserved to win the Bournemouth game, by the way.
You said it at one point last season that Dominic's Barcelona was maybe a little bit underrated, not by you, but quite externally. What is the last few games? Is that sort of sum up how important he is to this team?
I don't think he changed at all in the last few games compared to what he did last season. He's always been the player that I think he understands what a Liverpool player should look like. If you wear this shirt, you should give everything, no matter in what position you play. As a midfielder, he's always the first one to track back, to press high. And today, I don't think he did anything wrong. Unbelievable game from him in a position he probably played only 2 or 3 times in his life. So tells you a lot about the mentality he has. But he played really well, as he played so many times so well as an attacking midfielder also.
No?
Hi Arne, you mentioned the structure and the discipline of the ball in terms of how the defence was there. But I think in terms of individual performances, all 4 members of the back four were superb today, particularly after what Newcastle, where there had been some criticism of some of them, particularly from last day.
Okay, no, you didn't get criticism from me, but yeah, if you play in Liverpool in a Liverpool shirt, you get a lot of credits mainly, and sometimes maybe you get a little bit of criticism, which is not a problem at all. Today they were outstanding. You have to be outstanding if you play Arsenal because of all the attacking threat they have. So I think they thought like, wow, we did a great job, and then they looked at the line and they saw Eze and Ødegaard coming in. But again, they did well also against them. Yeah, very good game. I think Virgil was already unbelievable against Newcastle, and he and the others were very good today again as well.
How is Galante by the way?
He thinks it's cramp, and I have no reason to doubt him, although sometimes players talk about cramp and then we make a scan. It's more than that. Jeremy Frimpong wasn't too happy, like some pundits, like some journalists, when I took him out against Bournemouth, because why does he do this? And he thought he only had cramp or only felt a little bit, and he's already out for 2 or 3 weeks now. So let's wait and see. On a positive note, Joe Gomez, what a 15 minutes. And I had to make one difficult choice today because I had to leave one player out of the squad, only Jeremy Frimpong being injured, and then I only have to make one difficult decision who I cannot take in the squad. And the good thing was that is a centre back, Giovanni Leoni. So we are perfectly placed in that position.
Andy?
How was the Verts injury?
It wasn't an injury. It was a welcome to the Premier League. It was after 85 minutes. I don't think he knew that he could have cramp in so many different places, and that's what happened. That is welcome to the Premier League. Welcome playing in this intensity against an Arsenal that can play really intense as well. So that is, if you bring in what we do, very, very, very good players, so talented, but from different leagues and young. So 22, I think, Florian, 23, Hugo. So I think it's normal that if you're not 27, 28, you maybe need to make a step towards the Premier League, and that's what these two are doing. And in the meantime, we have 9 points out of games where we picked up last season 5 points. So that's only positive, but I do know and understand that we can do better. The positive thing is some people thought we were too open against Bournemouth. Now, you couldn't say we were too open today, because I said uneventful. You could use another word as well, which could be the word boring, because both teams hardly created any chance.
Last one here, please.
Hi, Arne. As you say, 9 points at the first international break. What are you happy about your team, and what do you think is still need to improve?
Mentality, having to bring quite a lot of new players in because quite a few left. And then if you have to start the season against Bournemouth, who were last season already really good, and this season again are already on 6 points, if I'm correct. I think I am. Playing Newcastle away, which is for every single team in the league one of the most difficult away games, and then Arsenal at home, which is definitely one of the 3-4 most difficult games of the season. And then already doing what we are doing. We're not perfect. We weren't perfect last season, by the way, as well. But still, what you can see is a great mentality, and everybody wants to work so hard to get a result over the line. And then you need a little bit of luck, which we had in Newcastle today. But I've said this so many times. I think it was Michael Jordan. The harder we work, the more luck we get. And that is, I think, something that you can say about this team. They work incredibly hard. And there will be moments in the season where we work just as hard and we don't find the luck of scoring a goal, but we always give ourselves a chance because we work so hard.
Thank you, guys.